So when I heard that she had a new boyfriend and they were pretty serious, I was really eager to meet him. I didn't have a whole lot of rules of things that I didn't want them to be, or that I wanted them to be, but there was one thing that I didn't want them to be. So I'll preface this next part. I went to Wake Forest. Some of you that's not registering with, and that's okay. You're Ohio State people. But this family is all UNC Tar Heels. Yeah, that's so I really, and my two other brother-in-laws are both big UNC fans. So the one thing I didn't want was another Tar Heel. So when I heard that he was Ohio State, I was cool with that. I traveled to Cleveland a lot, I traveled to Columbus. I was excited about that. And then it dawned on me that when we're all getting together watching football, I'll be the only one in the room that's not worried about my team being on probation for cheating. Now, before I get booed out of this place, I'll also say I'm the only person in the room that's not concerned with my team only winning 2 or 3 games unless we're playing soccer or field hockey. So enough about that. Let's talk about the important stuff. So Patrick, like everybody else in this room, you're probably thinking that this weekend the most important thing is your wedding and your marriage to Marcy. And that's partly true, but it's partly not true. So that's certainly at the top of the list. But number one, is pretty clear to me. On behalf of our president and founder, Dr. Brad Freininger, and John Lambert, who's not here, I want to formally and officially accept your membership application into the world's most selective and elite club. And that club is a 4-member club of guys that have successfully navigated relationships with the 4 daughters of Doug and Jeannie Metcalf. Now, a lot of you are familiar in your towns with these mud runs, these obstacle course races, so it's no longer cool just to run 5 miles on the street. Now you've got to go through mud and fire and climb things. Well, that's what it's like for us that have done this. It's over and under and around and through. It's quite a journey. So congratulations and welcome. And I'll give Patrick an extra kudos because he and John are the only guys that have done it from start to finish uninterrupted. Brad and I had our membership application accepted, revoked, accepted, revoked. And then finally, now the difference is Brad started applying when he was 13. I only came a couple years later. But we made it. Patrick, congratulations. You now no longer have to proceed with caution because we got your back. So other thing I want to say that's really, really important. There's one rule to this club, and it is very important. Now you think that effective tomorrow, the number one part of being married to Marcy is your unconditional love and loyalty to her. And I'll tell you that's important, but it's number 2. It's not number 1. Number 1 is loyalty to the club. We cannot survive without it. I'm serious. So here's what's going to happen. Over the next couple of weeks, months, years, and especially on major holidays and family trips and vacations, you're going to be tempted to take advantage of other club members' misfortunes for your own benefit. And I'm telling you, you can't do it. It's okay to be tempted, but don't do it. So what I mean is, when you see me in the doghouse, when you see me in a fight with Jeannie, don't mosey up to her and say, look at me. Don't do it. When you see Brad and John on the golf course, like every day at the beach, don't go tell the rest of them that, look at me, I'm not playing golf this year. That is 100% against the rules. And in fact,
these are good boys.
And in fact, since there's now 4 of us and we are complete, I think that we should implement that if you see me in trouble, if you see Brad in trouble, heck, go do something wrong. Misery loves company. Okay? So again, strength in numbers, stick with us. We will not survive without it. Last thing, and this isn't a rule, this is just some advice. Like I said, I've been studying this crew for 20 years. So what's going to happen, and Patrick, you've got more experience with this than anybody else coming in. When you've got 4 sisters and a mom, you got 5 women. That's a lot. So when you put all of that in the proverbial melting pot, what do you get? You get a lot of drama. You get a lot of catfighting. And what's going to happen when you're married is there's going to be times when Marcy's, as tight as they are, she's at odds with them. And she's going to vent to you. And she's going to complain that she's upset about Katie or she's upset about her mom or all of them. And you're going to say, you know, I'm this dutiful husband here. What do? I get her back, and I support her. And you start agreeing with her and saying, yes, Katie is a wench. And you're going to say stuff about the mom, and I'm telling you right now, avoid the trap, stop, drop, and roll, and get out of that conversation. So here's the simple rules. When that happens, you do a couple things. You smile, you nod your head, and you say, yes, honey. Because if you get sucked into that, especially in front of everyone and in public, the 5 of them will turn on you like a rabid raccoon. And you know what? The club cannot save you at that point. So that is in the playbook that we've created. Brad was our founder. So we'll give you that. I'm honored to be here. Let's raise our glasses for Patrick and Marcel.